can start.
All right. First of all, I want to thank you all so much for coming. You are in the company of a man that's written 33 books. It's just unbelievable. I've written 2 kind of pitiful little books. He's my publisher on one of them. I presented him this big mess, and he says, "Why don't you chop about 10,000 words out of that thing?" And anyway, I've known Dave Racer since I first read a book called Smokey's Last Job, which really kind of took Governor Perpich to task about some shenanigans up on the Iron Range and about his father-in-law and wonderful Ranger, blue-collar union kind of people that started to turn back towards the Constitution, started to turn back towards. They lived conservative lives, and now they started to think politically in conservative terms. By that I mean conserving what was good about our heritage and our history. David teaches history. He's got these kids he just fires up. He's going into his 12th or 13th year of teaching. 14th year of government, and David and I have been involved in all kinds of adventures together. He was the campaign manager for Dr. Alan Keyes for president in 1996. But he told Keyes that he wanted me on board, and that was kind of fun. And since then, it's just been many things. Working on a lot of things. We helped Dr. Alan Keyes start the Declaration Foundation. Dave wrote a wonderful book called America's Creed, a little book about 60 pages. America's Creed, if you know what the Apostles' Creed is, it is the core beliefs that Christians believe. I believe, you've all heard this, the Apostles' Creed. America's Creed is the Declaration of Independence. And Dave and I were so moved by the way Alan Keyes fought for the pro-life movement by talking about, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by that Creator with certain unalienable rights, and among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Well, we're here tonight about all of those issues. Dave is a true champion. He has studied medical care harder than anybody in America for the last 8 years, has literally written or co-authored 8 books about every aspect of healthcare you can imagine. He's examined every major country, every major form of medical care. It is astounding what this man has done, and he's gone to, 5 states or something yet?
57.
He's gone to 57 states, but only when the moon is in its crescent phase. I jest. Well,
you jest.
But David is, there's a song called Stuff That Works. David has seen me at my best and my worst. David is a gentleman, but he agrees with Abraham Lincoln, who said, you can have your own opinion. And David has great respect and dialogues with people of all kinds of ideas. I mean, it just drives me nuts. I can't stand it. There's some of these people I just would rather, I get itchy, when they start talking about, I have a right to be gay. So that's fine, but just don't adopt children, Thank you. So anyway, but Abraham Lincoln went on to say you can have your own opinion, but not your own facts. David really believes trust but verify. Hold our public servants accountable. First of all, know what's in their heart, where they're coming from, educate them when they need to be educated, then hold them accountable. David's going to give you, and he's going to give you the secret of political activism. It must start with education and the truth. He's going to give you a dose of truth tonight. You're going to walk out of here more expert than you could ever have been about the whole health issue. Then at the end of his presentation, he's going to talk about what you can do about it. And knowing Dave, there's a third thing, and that's some of you believe. David and I, we do this kind of stuff. So does Scott Hennon, by the way, who's in the back of the room. I'd like to introduce him because a lot of you are here because of Scott Hennon. I'd like to give him a little hand. I know how hard Scott works and everything he does, and he still wanted to be here tonight. So, you can have your own opinion, but not your own facts. David's going to give you facts, then we're going to give you some action, and then I call on you to, when you start to get itchy and nervous and stomachache, here's what Dave and I and Reed and Scott do.
We do everything we can and then we just pray about it. We do everything we can and then we give the rest to God, like our founding fathers did. So, without any further ado, I would like you to give Dave Racer the warm welcome that he deserves.